All right, so I think it's important that I talk about this because some people out there don't seem to understand why is it that I've been defending Days Gone, and why is it that Days Gone it's so precious to me. And I'll try to explain this, and I'll tell you exactly why. Now, is Days Gone like my favorite game of all time? Of course, it's not my favorite game of all time. Is it a perfect game? Of course, it's not a perfect game. Is it a 10 out of 10? No, it's not a 10 out of 10. Is it a 5? Hell no. Is it a 6? Hell no. Is it a 7.5? Yes. Is it a 8? Yes. It's between 7.5 and 8. That's the important part I want you guys to remember. Now, why is it that Mr. 4K all of a sudden took a stance to defend and to almost like start some kind of a campaign? Some people saying, "Oh, are you starting some kind of a campaign?" I'm not starting any kind of a campaign. I'm just simply putting checks and balances and holding feet to the fire to these individuals who call themselves professionals, to whom we should look up to and take them seriously. That's what this is about. This is about the truth and honesty and fairness. That's what this is about. And some people trying to tell me that I'm trying to bully this girl, Kelly Plague. I'm not bullying anybody. That's number one. Okay? I'm not bullying anybody. She is an adult. She's 26 years old. She works for the IGN. I mean, she used to work for the IGN. She works for the GameSpot. Okay, and she's the journalist, gaming editor chief journalist. All right. So I hold her to her professional standards. A gaming professional journalist, right? That's what one would think that she would hold herself to. Now, I didn't know who she was. I had no idea who this Kelly Plague is and who she was. I had no clue about her until Days Gone. I have no idea even that she reviewed Anthem. That's because I didn't bother to read the GameSpot reviews or IGN reviews, and I really didn't even care. Okay, that shows you how much I go to GameSpot, and it also shows you how much I go to the IGN. The reason I talked about her, it's because this individual didn't review a game properly. That's number one. Number two, she was using her personal political agendas against the character and against the game. She didn't like the character because it was a biker. So right there, she's having a personal agenda against the bikers. She's stereotyping him as a misogynist, as a pervert, as a creep, okay? By, you know, telling you that she took a screenshot of a photo where she shows Sarah bending over to pick up a flower in fully clothed jeans, and yet this same individual who is telling you falsely that this uh, Sarah is some kind of a whore, she's falsely telling you that to make you believe that this character it's some kind of a whore. She's not. She's a very sweet character in a video game. So the point is, she was lying. She was bringing her agenda and lying, not being honest about the video game. And that's the worst. If I'm editor in chief, if I'm in charge, I would fire her. Seriously, I would have fired her. I would just tell her that you don't have a job anymore. You have to hold yourself to a professional level when you are doing these reviews. And that's what this whole thing is about. This is why the quartering it's exposing her. This is why I am exposing her. This is why we're holding a feet to the fire. Because GameSpot and IGN, they need to understand if you want to be in business, if you want to be reviewing video games, you need to do a better job on whom you hire as a reviewer journalist. Okay? And if you dig deep and if you do a little bit more research on this girl, I don't even call her a girl. She's a woman. She's 26 years old. She's an adult. Uh, you will see how she is and how she treats uh, others and how she talks to others. I mean, there's even one tweet. If you go scroll down, there's she can even respect a president of the United States. He's the president of the United States. You don't have to agree with him. You don't have to agree with him. But if you want to be a professional, you don't use a foul language. You don't tell a president F you, F you, F you. There was a tweet where she kept telling him F you, F you, F you. And of course, the president's not going to respond to the kind of nonsense. That shows you what kind of professional she is. And it also shows you where she stands, what her views are, and where she stands. All you have to do is go to her Twitter page, go to her Instagram, go to her reviews, and go to her videos and to whom she associated herself with, and you will find your answers. And you will also find your answers about the GameSpot, and you will also find your answers about the IGN. Now, me personally, in my 6 years, I always try to stay away from politics. I don't care about the politics, but what I do is I don't sit on the sidewalk, on the sidelines, and watch something develop that it's wrong. When I see I'm like a bullshit meter detector. When I detect bullshit, I like to expose it. I like to use a bullshit meter. If I see bullshit, I like to expose it and I like to let people know, hey, this is a BS. And a lot of people out there have detected that. This is why the Days Gone, it's selling well. This is why the Days Gone is doing so well in United Kingdom, in Australia, and United Kingdom. And quite honestly, I'm happy. I'm really happy that this studio will continue and that the GameSpot and IGN has failed with their bad scores trying to bring this exclusive game as the worst exclusive game on the PlayStation. So I felt bad. This whole thing started in April 26th because if you watch my video in April 26th, I felt bad. I felt bad for 150 people who worked on this video game. And they worked really, really hard on this video game. I felt bad. I felt bad for them. Here they are. They worked their butts off. They worked really hard to bring this amazing game, which I haven't even finished yet. I'm 40 plus hours into a game, and I'm planning on doing a live stream tomorrow. I'm 40 plus hours into this game, and still, I haven't finished it. Okay? So, this also has nothing to do with me being a Sony fanboy or Xbox fanboy or Nintendo fanboy or PC fanboy. I have no fanboy DNA in me. It doesn't exist in my DNA. My DNA is not constructed with any kind of fanboyism. For those of you who've been following me since 2014, you know that. Okay, and I have 4,000 videos to back that up as a credibility. This is not about me, you know, being mean to someone. This is not about me going after someone. This is about corporations, big corporations like GameSpot and IGN, big journalist corporations like GameSpot and IGN. They need to learn their lesson. They need to understand that if you want people to take you seriously, if you want people to give you some credit, you need to act professional. That's what this is really about. It's just being professional. Okay? I'm not trying to turn my channel into some kind of criticism, into some kind of drama here. That's not my shtick. But this is a necessary thing. This was something that was necessary, and I had to voice my opinion because I just couldn't sit on the sidelines and watch this studio get ripped, shredded into pieces. Just like the same thing happened with the Order 1886. I just couldn't allow that to happen because I saw something in this game and I felt bad for the 150 people who worked on this game And that's really what it was. I just felt bad for the Bend studio. I felt bad because they're being untreated, because they're being treated unfairly. And when I see someone being treated unfairly, I have to say something. I have to voice my opinion. And that's what this is about. Okay. So, in closing, what I want to say here is this will be my last video. I swear to you. I swear to God, this is my last video that I'm going to make about this whole Days Gone thing, uh, and this whole GameSpot IGN thing. Look, mission accomplished. Um, Days Gone, it's selling like crazy. GameSpot and IGN, they lost, and they lost miserably. So this is a victory for another exclusive Sony game. It's a victory for Bend Studios. It's a victory for Sean Layden. It's a victory for Yoshida. But above all, it's a victory for the 150 people who worked for 7 years really hard to bring us this experience. And that's what this is about. It's not about me. It's not about me trying to gain views. I don't care about the views. I do this because I want to do it. I don't want to be a celebrity YouTube status. I'm not looking for a YouTube celebrity status. I'm not looking for that. This is about me holding the feet to the fire of these individuals who don't take any responsibility for their incompetence and for their lies. That's what this is about. It's just keeping them in check and letting them know that it's not okay. It's not okay to give game a low score simply based on your personal views or your personal agendas that you might have. And I already said that on my last video, previous video that I did. So this is my last video regarding this whole thing. And hopefully this video explains to you my stance and why I defended Days Gone. I've been defending it since April 25th. Even before the 26th, I've been defending it. And I was right about the game. It was exactly what I expected this game to be. And I'm glad that the game is doing well, that it's selling. That makes me happy because the people who worked on it for 150 people, away from their families, 7 long years, who worked hard for it, will get paid. And it was not all for nothing. So, all in all, it's a good news. And I'm happy the way it turns out. I'm happy the way this whole thing have turned out to be. And I'm glad that there are gamers out there who are true gamers who will support a studio, who will support this type of single player ambitious work. Okay? That's all I wanted to say. And this will be my last video covering this whole thing. I think I already said what I needed to say. So tomorrow I'm going to try to do Days Gone. We'll continue the live stream of Days Gone. And then I'm also going to finish reviewing The Predators and The Predator, the new The Predator. But I'm really impressed with the Predator 2 and how it looks. I'm really blown away by the Predator 2. Great transfer by 20th Century Fox. Okay, guys, well, there you have it. Like I said, this will be my last video regarding this whole thing with GameSpot and IGN. Okay, so I just want you guys to understand where I stand and understand why I defended Days Gone. Hopefully this clarifies why I defended Days Gone. Well, there you have it. Thank you for watching. Cheers.